Hi, my name is Will, and welcome to my Big Fun Dumb Survival. Or I guess welcome back if you've been here before. Yeah, it's been a while since I've made any videos in my world, and I'll be honest, I took a little break from Minecraft and everything. I kind of got addicted to Fortnite for a little bit, but yeah, I'm back, and I've been kind of cleaning up some loose ends around my world just in time for the new year, and I'll kind of show you around or whatever what I've been up to since I last recorded. There are a couple of new things around my base. I have a new bridge back here, which you'll be able to see. Oh, right, I guess right there, but I'll show you in a second. A new statue, which is over here, and anything else? Yeah, I've been building up that village, and yeah, a new railway over here. But I still plan on building, of course, but I am just going to be doing some bits and bobs. I'm back in the goons' house. They are in here somewhere. Yeah, they're working in here, but I kind of got to use the bathroom, so I'm come in here and try not to slam my door. Try not to slam my face in my door. No, whatever. Bye. That's a little better. I am wearing a different shirt. Yep, I updated my skin. It's a little jarring. You'll get used to it here in a second. I'm just gonna do a little twirl around. My Minecraft skin, at least since I've been playing the video game, has been a reflection of kind of what I'm thinking about, what I'm doing in real life, or what I look like in real life. And yeah, my Minecraft skin just wasn't a reflection of that, at least for the last couple months or so. So I am officially kitted out, and the mustache is now accompanied with a beard and my admittedly very bald head. But anyway, now that we have gotten that out of the way, I am going to be, I guess I'll go over here and show the bridge off a little bit. I'm very proud of it. These leaves probably will change, but yeah, here's the bridge. I am overall very happy with the way that it turned out. I kind of just wanted something linking this back part of my base together, and pretty much spent a whole day building up this bridge and coming back and forth and looking at it from different angles. And I finally ended up in a place where I can say I'm pretty happy with this. I think it all looks very structurally sound. Might be one of the more fancy parts of my base, but I also wanted to show this off because I fixed the sheep farm. I officially have 4 of every color back up here, and I don't know how this is going to work on camera. It might look like buns, but something I didn't account for when I built this originally is the amount of wool that 4 sheep each kind of produces. So I really don't need wool right now, so they're all off, but they're still nice to have, and I'm glad that this part of my base is finished, at least to the point where I can say this is still worthy of showing off. There's still 64 sheep over here. It all looks very good. Then coming over here down the street view that you may have seen at the start of the video, I have the Thriller marquee, and you know, we'll get to this big guy in a second, but if you've ever seen the Thriller music video, Thriller by Michael Jackson, that is, you'll see that this theater in the background, they walk out of this theater, and that's kind of when the whole song part starts of the music video. I built this in the fall, somewhere around Halloween, so yeah, this was gonna be a video, but I ended up, you know, just not really using it, and also the replay of that over here corrupted, and I was furious, so I didn't use it. Yeah, we got the whole Thriller thing up here, and it kind of just fits in along the side of this road. Eventually, I plan on having something over here, and of course, like, something kind of surrounding the statue itself, but the statue itself is very, very grand. You can see kind of the werecat eyes, which is supposed to be a cat, if you didn't know, and the Letterman jacket I really, really like. My favorite view is this, with the claw coming out, and also just like, you know, I'm glad that the claws kind of look decent on the scale. The proportions are a little strange, I'll give you that, but, you know, I was pretty happy with it, and I was really just building it to build the face. I really liked how the face came out. And yeah, from the back, it has a 40 on the back, because Thriller turned 40 years old. A couple years ago, anyway. And yeah, so now this lives here in my base, and we'll eventually build around it and stuff, but that's not where we're focus today. I think where we'll be building today is out here next to the sheep farm. I think I want a pathway coming out this way, maybe looping around, and then up here I want some sort of a sheep stable. I have a lot of sheep, but in case I want sheep around for like a build or something, or if I need to transport them somewhere, I would like to have a general reserve of just uncolored sheep that I can move around and do with what I want. Come up here next to this campsite and sleep really fast, and then I think I'm gonna grab some materials, and we can go ahead and try and start on the build. Something I want to try out today is kind of taking you alongside the build with me. And just not, I'm not going to shorten it down into some like 30-second time lapse and then, say goodbye and then that was it. I would kind of like to try and experiment talking through this and showing off kind of the process it takes to build sometimes, because I'm not going to love this build at first. I walk into most builds knowing immediately that I'm not going to like building it, and it's not going to, not that I won't like building it, I guess, it's at some point in the process I will become frustrated. And that kind of comes with the territory of building and kind of trial and error and breaking blocks and placing them again. But it's something, as I've kind of developed this world, that I've almost gotten used to. I think I still kind of procrastinate things. And sometimes I even have to walk away from a build for a second to kind of just get my composure. Something I don't know if other people have tried or whatever, but kind of seems to help me a lot of the time is if I'm building something and it's maybe late at night and I'm becoming frustrated with it, I will just close my game and go to bed. Something that I've found, I guess, is that opening the game the next day maybe it's a little more difficult. But, I don't really tend to go many days without playing Minecraft, so I tend to just do it anyway, I guess. At that point is when you kind of realize, oh yeah, I don't know why I was stressing. This shouldn't be the way that it is. Or you'll come up with a solution to your problem because, you kind of took a break, and looking back at it with fresh eyes kind of, I guess, always helps. And, that might be just me stating the obvious or whatever, but I think that is something in the year or so that I've kind of dedicated to this world and not switching off of it or not really departing from it too much is that more times than not, I am going to figure out a way to figure out the build and do what I need to do with it. And if I don't like it, I can just tear it down. Or I just, build it back up and work on it again. This time last year, I was having a really difficult time. Started struggling with panic attacks and stuff, or not necessarily the panic attacks themselves, but just the anxiety I would feel throughout the day. And I guess I can tell this story. Yeah, I started having these panic attacks and going to the doctor and trying to make sure my heart wasn't going to explode because, I come from a family of heart issues. Kind of a shifting point anyway because there was a lot of, heart stuff going around. And yeah, I essentially kind of panicked myself into thinking that I was going to have some sort of heart attack or there was a problem or whatever. Hello, I am getting out of here. That's not a bad shape for a pathway, but anyway, I am glad to be on the other end of it now, but it was very, very rough for a couple months. And then I think it was about February. I kind of lived like that and was on and off different medications and stuff with my doctor trying to figure out why it was happening or whatever. I guess there was some sort of inkling in the back of my mind that I needed to probably just distract myself. And of course, I talked with a therapist or whatever about that and kind of the difference between distracting yourself and avoiding the problem or whatever. So I, at the time it was kind of, and I hate saying this on the internet or whatever, but I was at a point where I couldn't really leave my bed that much. Generally getting up and moving around would cause my heart rate to spike up a little bit, and then I would kind of start to panic. I still don't really know why that would happen. I became just super aware of my heartbeat and my heart rate in general. I've noticed that since I've watched scary movies or something, that is something that I struggle with if you can hear or show somebody's heartbeat, that freaks me out a lot more than it used to. It's super scary. And, I don't really have those issues now. I mean, sometimes when I'm laying in bed or whatever, I can feel my heartbeat. I turn on my other side or something. So I was laying in my bed, and I was finally, okay, I need something. I need to do something. I'm just going to keel over if I just sit here and think about it all the time. So I got on Minecraft on Bedrock Edition and loaded up a world that I hadn't seen in a while. I hadn't really played on in a while. And it was this one. It didn't look anything like this. This is all new. Everything you're seeing besides my house, I guess, Well, part of my house is new. But yeah, it was mostly just the house and a couple of other things that ended up getting torn down. I think the KFC was there actually. And I started building a train station for whatever reason. And funny enough, the train station did also get demolished at some point, but it looked a lot more like that than it had previously, that didn't really exist. And I kind of snowballed myself into a Minecraft edition again, and now we're here. And I am still playing this world about almost a year later, I guess, February. And for those of you that are interested, I made this world in 2020, kind of in the middle of the pandemic, as you would imagine. And yeah, I kind of just, I've had, I guess we'll call them flings with other worlds and other things and, other distractions. But yeah, this world is something that I always just kind of came back to. So it felt fitting that I come back to it again, I guess, at the time. And yeah, I did not stop playing it. As you could probably notice, anyway, we're still playing it. And yeah, I have no intention to stop at this point. I hold this world in a very high regard, which sometimes makes the procrastination and like the build thing really difficult because like I don't want to add to it with something that I'm not 100% into. But yeah, I just developed a new love for this world and started changing the way that I thought about Minecraft and viewing it more than just like a survival game. It's like it's the ultimate sandbox. You can do literally whatever you want. And I thought that was really, really cool. Because, I mean, I've been playing Minecraft since I was, like, a small child, watching, like, Stampy. I remember Huggy. Of course, all of this has been built around him since I built Huggy. But, he is kind of the epitome of kind of what this world is, or whatever. I got in that weird time in my life where it was kind of like hard for me to leave my bed or whatever. I began kind of watching Let's Plays of Poppy Playtime in the mornings because my panic attacks usually wouldn't bother me till sometime in the afternoon or night. So I would get up really early in the morning and watch this. And I love the character design of Huggy. I think it's so cool. And I think just it's an interesting character. Like a doll, a giant doll. Its arms kind of fold like a plushie does or whatever. And I always thought it was like super, super funny. And so I built this. Actually, I had my Switch at the time building a mock version on the way to a doctor's appointment for my arm. My anxiety or whatever. I was having problems with like my arm. And when I got anxious, my arm would start hurting. So I built this in kind of built the face or whatever, what would become the face then, and then got home and, because I told my doctor about that, play Minecraft or whatever as a distraction, and said, if it works, it works. And just, it was a Friday at the time, I remember, and they were just like, yeah, just do that. So I did that. I had doctor's orders to play Minecraft, and that was so cool. Yeah, I got sad there for a second, but it's okay. I'm on the other end of all of that right now. And yeah, I just play this world now to relax, kind of a symbol of who I am and why I like doing this and why I love Minecraft. I don't think this will ever not be my favorite game in the world, because I mean, come on. I think this is as good as gaming gets. I have so many just good memories, and it's hard for me to play a video game by myself, especially when there is multiplayer, but something about the single player Minecraft is just, I guess the way to look at it, it's kind of always there for you, like a best friend would be when you need them. I don't know how much I'm going to include of that whole spiel in the video, because that's admittedly very, very depressing. But, I'm just here to yap. Alrighty, let's go ahead and probably break these sheep free and then lead them up, because I can't lose them. I think for now I'm just going to move these guys over on a fence post somewhere. For now, you guys can just kind of sit around here. I think starting with something kind of like this. That's very, very simple. I like the idea of this being pretty solid here. Put this down and kind of just see how we feel about it. It feels very flat. Of course I knew it kind of would, but still. I think before I go chopping anything down, I'm gonna texture up a little bit and see if the stone can kind of help blend in. It kind of does. I think we'll end up bringing it up another couple blocks. This will just simulate where doors are gonna be. I think, yeah, we bring this up a little bit more. Put in some doors like that. I think now that the ceiling's a little taller, we can add in some vents windows. It feels very lived in, kind of rickety. I'm just hoping that there's no creepers gonna barrel towards me as I open this door, but entirely possible. I don't know if this is completely actually, it's pretty spawn safe, actually. Do something like that, and then... something kind of like this. I want it to feel pretty worn down. There's definitely zombies. Oh yeah, hi. Bye. Bye. Right, boy? I'm an axe. Did you ask me? No questions.
Stop it. Get some help.
Something like this. Too square, though. Something more like that, I think. That doesn't look bad. I think I'm gonna build up here and try and shape up the roof a little bit more. I need more slab. Sheep over there. Dummies. Building it along the edges there. Giving it a shape of some sort that isn't just flat. Gonna help. I think we replace that with a stair, actually. Yeah, I like that. I think that's fair enough. Now, how do I want the actual sheep stables to look? I think having more just like a random fence could work a little bit. Pretty free-flowing. Oh, they're back. Oh, that's good. I'm not gonna engage, but they're still doing them, I see. I guess we'll do something kind of like this, and then... yeah, I don't mind that, I guess, too much. I think some gates are needed, and I'm gonna pull out some iron to make into lanterns. I think having something here and lit up kind of to simulate that that's the door. You can have another one on this side and then another one on this side. That way this is all lit up from every side. Something like that. I think it would be a totally bad idea to have something hanging down from the front here as well. Look at that. It's a pretty cute little thing. Into the box you go, a bunch of materials that I'll organize at a later date. I'm gonna do a really quick interior in here, because why not? And I was about to go down and try and get wool from my house, but it's a little easier here. But a crafting table up here, chest, make a bed. We'll put it over here. We can maybe get some carpet as well. It would look good with... we can try some purple. Bah, bah, bah. You know how many sheep I've heard bah at me in the last 24 hours? Something like this. Pretty quiet. Alright, I think we can go ahead and grab the sheep and bring them to their new home. Come on, guys. Get on my leads. Come on in, guys. Welcome home. You guys shouldn't be able to get out. If you are, then I guess you deserve it. I don't know. I think before we wrap things up over here, adding a simple pathway, which I can texture here in a second, and we'll kind of just let this one be kind of stone brick mainly. Something like that. Put the door back down, and there you go. I am no shepherd, but I am going to sleep in this bed. And I probably will a lot. While I'm thinking about it, I think some bone meal up there would be really, really, really good. There's a little bit of grass over here, but I think adding in some of these flowers kind of help shape it up into a little more of a complete looking area. Yeah, something kind of like this. Be real gentle with the amount of tall grass and stuff. In this house, we love flowers. I think being a little more sparing with the dandelions and the roses and stuff. Something like this. Maybe instead we'll put a lilac there. And kind of add in some grass in the actual pen itself. Yeah, I like this a whole lot more. And then I think just to add in some color, do that and get rid of these roses. Do that again on this side. I want to make sure not to block the fence gates, because I'll forget. Cool. I think that is the shepherd's house. This video might not have been very much and a little more talky than usual, but I kind of just wanted an excuse to show off some parts of the world that I've been working on, some stuff that I've been up to, and just show that I'm not dead. I'm still very much working in this world, and I almost broke my legs. But I'll leave you to it. Thank you for watching this video, especially if you made it to the end. I know it was a little more rambly than usual. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled dumb stuff next video, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.